Most of the clauses in GST are well defined. So if they are not well defined, they are assigned the meaning from some other act. So there are two categories. One, where all the clauses are being explained. The other, assigning the meaning from some other act. Let us take the meanings of the clauses one by one. The first is actionable claim. Actionable claim shall have the same meaning as assigned to it in section 3 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. So the first point is actionable claim is not as such defined in GST, but it is assigned the meaning from Transfer of Property Act. Why is it essential to define actionable claim? Point number 2. The point is that lottery, betting, gambling, everything comes under actionable claim. And therefore, it is essential to define actionable claim because lottery is taxable under GST. So, it is a actionable claim and therefore, it is necessary to define actionable claim. So, what does Transfer of Property Act talk about actionable claim? It says actionable claim is a claim to any debt and other than a debt secured by mortgage of immovable property or movable property. So the point to be noted is it is a claim to any debt and it is not at all secured. So actionable claim is a claim to any debt and it is not at all secured. So there is a detailed explanation given in Transfer of Property Act which is not necessary to know. The gist is that it is not secured and it is a debt. So what will be the example for actionable claim? It is unsecured loan, unsecured deposit. Let us take the example of unsecured loan. It is a claim to a debt? Yes. Is it secured? No. Therefore, unsecured loan correctly fits the bill. Next, actionable claim relating to lottery, betting and gambling alone will be regarded as goods. This is the point. Only these three things are considered as goods in GST. And the definition of goods includes actionable claim. The definition of goods is specifically including actionable claim like lottery, betting and gambling. This is the first definition. Now, the second definition. Address of delivery. Why is address of delivery essential to be defined? The first point is address of delivery is very important to know the place of supply. Place of supply determines the type of GST. And therefore, address of delivery is one of the crucial factors to know the place of supply. But not in all cases, place of supply depends upon address of delivery. But in most of the cases, address of delivery is an important constituent. Now let us go to the definition. Address of delivery means the address of the recipient of goods or services or both. So it is the address of the recipient, the address of the person who receives the goods or services. Second point, indicated on the tax invoice issued by registered person for delivery of such goods or services or both. The first point is it is the address of the person who receives the goods or services, that is address of the recipient. Now, second point is it should be indicated on the tax invoice. So the tax invoice is normally issued by the registered person and in that tax invoice, the address must be specifically indicated. So, the address of delivery means the address of the recipient of goods or services or both indicated on tax invoice issued by registered person for delivery of such goods or services or both. So the important point is the address of the recipient, tax invoice, and the tax invoice is issued by registered person. The significance is for determining the place of supply. Next, address on record. So what is the difference between address on of delivery and address on record? So both refers to the address of the recipient. But the difference is that address on record means the address of the recipient as available in the records of the supplier. So it is also the address of the recipient. Agreed. And second point is it is available in the records of the supplier and not in the tax invoice. So if it is in the tax invoice, it is called address of delivery. Now it is called address on record because it is available in the records of the supplier. So what is the significance of address on record? Once again, for determining the place of supply. So place of supply is determined by the address on record of the supplier, and in that record of the supplier, the address of the recipient is available. Next, adjudicating authority. So adjudicating authority means it is defined. Means it is defined. Any authority appointed or authorized to pass any order or decision under this act. Now, let us break this down. It means any authority under GST Act, and they are authorized. They have got the right authorization to pass any order or decision under this act. This act means GST Act. Remember, this act specifies to GST Act. So, adjudicating authority means any kind of authority who is authorized to pass any kind of order or decision under GST Act, but does not include. So there are exceptions. So what are the exceptions? First, Central Board of Excise and Customs. Second, Revisional Authority. Third, Authority for Advance Ruling. Fourth, Appellate Authority for Advance Ruling. Fifth, Appellate Authority. Sixth, Appellate Tribunal. So, every authority has got the authorization to pass except these above said authorities like CBEC. So, let us know that though excise is being abolished, still the board is called Central Board of Excise and Customs. They may revise their name to Central Board of Indirect Taxes, but not as of now.